Hey guys, it's Luna and welcome to MoonRock. Today I bring you the middle school survival guide, and if you're wondering why I'm wearing a different outfit, it's pretty much what I've mentioned in my last two videos, so let's just continue on. So the very last thing I'm going to talk about is bullying in middle school, because kids can be really mean, and being homeschooled, I wasn't really picked on or bullied, but I was bullied in elementary school, and it was a really terrible experience. And so these are some tips that I wish I had kind of followed when I was younger, and I'm gonna give them to you. So number one is your body language, and bullies tend to pick on people who look like easy targets, so like crossed arms, hunched backs, just kind of people who don't look very confident with themselves. So what you want to do is you want to stand tall, smile, don't put your hands in your pockets if you can help it, no crossed arms, because that's negative body language there. And if you act like you're confident, then that actually builds up your actual confidence. Like, you see what I'm saying here? Two is to practice good comebacks. So if somebody like gives you a nasty comment or something, you can be like if somebody calls you Carrot Top or something because you have red hair, and then you can be like, oh, well, at least my hair doesn't look like I borrowed it from a banana, or I don't know, something like that. I think that would be really funny, and putting those haters in their place. For the most part, you want to ignore the bullies, like just kind of stare at them and just be like, what? Like, is that all you have to say? Like, if they say, oh, you're ugly, it's like, okay, but what are you trying to prove? Like, I don't care. So you just kind of stare at them for a minute, like confused, or just kind of, what? And then just walk away without a word. Now, if you are being cyberbullied, like if you're being picked on online, or you're being physically threatened, then you need to tell an adult immediately, because, you know, things like that are really serious and illegal to an extent, and so telling a trusted adult is really crucial. And yeah. The reason bullies keep going is because they don't think you're going to do anything about it, so that's kind of your chance to prove them wrong and tell your parent, your favorite teacher, your principal. If you're being cyberbullied, then sometimes what you can do is you can call this anti-cyberbullying service or something. Like, I think you could like Google something like that, and then they'll shut down the bully's account on Facebook or something. Isn't that cool? Now, no matter how much a bully gets to you, you need to give off the impression that they're not getting to you, and you can't let things that they say get in the way of how you behave or how you dress or whatever. And you always want to keep your temper, and please, if you're being bullied, do not hit that person unless they're hitting you or physically threatening you. And I think it's justified for people to hit a bully if the bully is like physically harming them, and, you know, putting them in a situation where they could get seriously injured. And so if something like that happens, and then a teacher comes by, just explain to them that you were just trying to defend yourself. And I think an even better thing to do is, when you're being physically threatened, scream for help, and that'll like get people's attention, and someone will get a teacher involved in the situation. Now, girls, they can start a lot of gossip and a lot of drama over pretty much nothing, and so if they decide that they don't like you, they could start spreading rumors about you, and they're usually not true, and they're kind of stupid, just so I think the best thing you can do about that is just ignore it, and then if it gets to a point where it's like ruining your reputation, then tell an adult that you trust. Always, always, always stand up for yourself and for other people. If you see someone else getting picked on, tell that bully, hey, what you're doing is not okay. You leave her alone, or leave him alone, or whatever. Do the same thing if you're being picked on. Let them know, hey, what you're doing is not okay, and if you keep doing this, then I'm going to have to get the teacher involved or something. They might think you're being a tattletale by telling an adult, but when you speak, what you're really doing is you're protecting yourself and the people around you. So it's not tattling at all. Like, tattling is sort of like getting even with someone, trying to get the bully in trouble on purpose. Telling is protecting yourself and the people you love. And above all, always remember to be true to yourself. I know it's really cliche to say, but if you guys have watched the American Girl movie about Krista, the girl of the year, and you know, she was a very strong person. When she was being bullied, she ignored them, she stood up to them, and then eventually she told her parents what was going on. But she never let those girls that were being mean to her influence the way she acted or the way she looked or anything like that. Like, she just kind of sucked it up, and you know, she was a tough cookie. So that was my entire middle school survival guide, and if you have any more questions about surviving middle school, then I suggest asking your parents for advice, or an older brother or sister, a close friend who's older than you, and you can always comment below with your questions. And some good magazines to read are American Girl and Discovery Girls and Girls Life. Those are the 3 magazines I recommend. Like, they'll have like different articles about you know, different tips on middle school stuff. And then there's also an American Girl book called A Smart Girl's Guide to Surviving Middle School. You can look that up on Amazon. And there's also a book called The Wednesday Wars, which is about a boy whose teacher picks on him for his religion. So if that's something you're worried about, then look up The Wednesday Wars on Amazon. And thanks for watching, and I hope these videos helped you, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!